Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Canned Air, your tribute to pop culture. I am Jeremy Colley.
And I'm Jack Doherty.
And our guests today are both country singer-songwriters who both recently released their debut albums, both of which we're going to get into today, and are headed out on tour August 14th on the Scribbled Line Tour. We welcome Moe Reen and Wes Taylor to the show. Thank you guys both so much for being here today.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Oh, it looks like we got a third. Someone just popped up here in the middle.
Yeah, this is Violet. She's not going on the road with us. She can't drive.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Working on it.
She's just here to give her input on what's about to be talked about, right?
Absolutely.
Hard takes.
Checking us out, vetting us.
Yeah, that's what it is. No pun intended. But it's great to have you both here. Lots of stuff to talk about. But I'd love to get to know you guys a little bit better before we launch into the tour and the albums and all that stuff. So I guess we'll just start with West. When looking in your bio, I was seeing that you got your start playing with your older brothers in a trio in church. Can you talk about the trio and what was it called and about how old were you?
Yeah, so my brother started getting banjo lessons and guitar lessons from a bluegrass guy at our church. And eventually, for his birthday, he asked for an electric guitar, and he got one. And then he realized he needed a band, and he had two younger brothers. So the following Christmas, I was five or six, and I got a drum set, and been doing that ever since. And every church we would go to, handful of them, they would need a drummer, they would need a bass player, guitar player, and it was a steady gig for a long time.
Yeah. So you guys would tour different churches. You just weren't playing in your own church.
Well, we would switch churches quite a bit. We didn't really have a name or anything, but it was a good first step in playing with other people. Sure. And learning the ins and outs of collaboration.
Right. I can relate to you saying, needed a band, had two younger brothers. Me and my friends grew up playing music, and it was the same thing. It's we need a bass player. Well, you've got a brother. We need a drummer. You've got a sibling. It's just you recruit them against their will sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm playing music against my will.
But, it's always cool, though, to, bring them in and then watch them catch the bug, watch them get involved, just as involved
Really?
As you are. So do you guys still play or what?
Yeah, my brother Nate, the middle brother, he was gifted the bass, and he's been playing with me for years. And my oldest brother, he lives in Nashville. He doesn't play music in Nashville, but he lives in Nashville.
Well, that seems like a misstep.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling him. But he's there for good, I think. And whenever we get together, recently it's been funerals, unfortunately, but whenever we can get together, we play music for our family.
In Nashville and doesn't play music. That's like going to Vegas and not gambling, man.
He's got a big guitar collection, though.
Yeah.
Shout out, Jessica.
Well, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Now, I know you're the owner of Space Canoe Records, which is the label that yourself, well, both of you guys and a handful of other artists are on. And that, West, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the owner of this company, correct?
Yeah. I started it right after high school.
No shit. Right after high school. So out of high school, you started your own record label. How does one go about doing something like that?
Making it up as you go.
So like this.
Yeah, the best things happen that way, I think. Figuring it out, a lot of education with experience and mentors. And eventually I went to a recording workshop, which is in Chillicothe, Ohio. And it's a world famous recording school. And that's when I actually started understanding engineering, mixing and all that. But yeah, the label was simply a umbrella for different studio work I was working on.
I see.
And it's grown from there. Great.
I would say
The last 3 years have been awesome.
And so how long, you say it's 3 years since it's been up and going?
I started in 2017. But the last 3 years is kind of when it went from an umbrella for myself to more of like a community of songwriters and people that can play different instruments.
So you started right out of high school, and you just said that was 2017. So you're a youngin'.
27, which is a great number for musicians.
Yeah, famously. Yeah.
No, it's not a good number for musicians.
Yeah. I'm
Oh my-
tiptoeing around. We're going on this huge road trip.
It's funny you say that. I remember years ago when we started this show, one thing we were always doing at the time was every week is we'd bring a new comic to the show. And there was this comic I had found in a bin called 27, an image comic. And it was all about the different artists who died at 27. I think with like some fictional twists around it, but it was something else.
Yeah. It's the spooky lore. Yeah. Staying out of airplanes, staying out of helicopters.
Yeah. Don't drink and then go to sleep on your back either. That's
Right.
a key thing to remember.
Always sleeping on my stomach. Yeah, that's me.
Oh, man. Okay, so Space Canoe Records, another thing I read, also hosts a quarterly Cosmic Honky Tonk show with country band Gilded Sun, which is another band that's on the label, correct?
Correct. Yep.
And that's at the Rambling House in Columbus. I'm not even sure where that's at. Where is that?
It's on Hudson, Indianola.
Oh,
that
okay.
area.
Right.
That became the hub. When I first started the label in 2017, I was playing around with my brother in a band called Antioch, and there was just no scene that we really like blended with. It was a lot of metal music at the time. We played at Alarosa Villa for some reason. We were like playing country tunes at Alarosa Villa, and we just couldn't find a hub. And then I got invited to sit in with the band at Rambling House one day after coming back from Nashville, and I was like, "Oh, this is it. This is home." And those people become just great friends, big supporters.
Yeah.
And they're always awesome musicians, and they do their own things too.
And this is just like an evening event, an all day event. It kind of I get festival vibes off of it.
It's we try to make it in like event, but it's only 3 hours or so.
Oh,
Starts
okay.
at 9.
Yeah, 9 to midnight
9 to
usually.
midnight, yeah.
Well, let me tell you something. As somebody who's in their 40s, I can appreciate that. I don't have the energy for all day shit anymore. I really don't.
Yeah.
And if to the people at home, if that doesn't sell you right there, it's emceed by Brandon DeWeese, a cowboy magician. Now, I have never seen or heard of such a thing, but fuck, do I want to see it?
Yeah, I've sat behind him because I'm playing drums at that show. I sat behind him and I stared at him. I still don't know how he does this stuff. It's crazy. He's incredible.
Yeah.
Braden's a heck of a magician, and he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I have
really
no
fun.
doubt. I have no doubt. I've just never I've seen magicians, but never a cowboy magician. Is it like a rabbit out of the cowboy hat instead of a top hat, or like what's
He wears a cowboy hat, yeah.
okay.
No live animals yet.
No live animals.
No live animals yet. Okay. He's working toward it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd think you might be able to figure out a couple of tricks, being able to sit behind him, like sitting at the drum set, be able to watch
You
from
would
behind.
think so.
But
I've stared at that guy right at his butt.
You see all like the wires and cards like stuffed in the back of his shirt and stuff.
Right.
The rabbit
A lot
is
of
about to
rope
pull out of the
back
cowboy
pocket.
hat, just hanging from the back. I'm going to have to look that up online, see if I can find anything on him, because that's intriguing.
Yeah. I think I sent you his website. But yeah, the next one is August 30th, Saturday.
Oh, wow. So you guys are going to be coming right off a tour and then
Oh.
getting right back to work.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow.
no rest for the wicked.
That's all right. That's right. That's how you keep it going, right?
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I read in your bio that I was very curious about, and just curious what inspired you to do this is you're working with Rambling Craft beverages and Drink Me THC seltzers to get alcohol-free beverages into music venues. Can you talk a bit about that?
But yeah, it made sense. So I've been good friends with the owner for a while, John Lynch. He used to own the Rambling House, and then that split off and became its own thing. So you can go to the Rambling House and buy the soda that's made here in Columbus, and the seltzer as well. But I was sitting on the patio and I was drinking a soda, and my friend was drinking a soda, and I realized, like, yeah, I don't want to, be drinking a ton before I got to play drums all night and all this stuff. It's like, this is a great thing for venues to hold. That's not, an alcoholic based thing, or even like a high sugar soda thing. It's a locally owned, and they got a legit distributor, and their plant's super neat. A lot of cool machinery, and that's around the Clintonville area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I've just been, that's a brand new thing, sort of working with John and the Rambling Soda.
Okay. I'm very intrigued by this THC seltzer. I've never had anything like that.
It's good.
They're tasty. It's a low dosage, a low milligram, so it's
mostly
not too much.
CBD.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Not going to put you on the floor.
Well, if you drink two of them.
Yeah.
So if I have a 6-pack, I'll be right where I want to be.
Yeah.
Or you make a little cocktail.
Yeah.
A little lead. Yeah.
But don't mix it with beer, probably. That probably wouldn't go.
Probably not beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more question for you before we start asking. We put Moe to the questions here. Is you're shooting 2 documentaries, one on family farming and one on regular Baptist singing. Can you talk about those a little bit?
Yeah. So I had originally, I'd always been into film and cameras and all the equipment and stuff, in the same way I am with music stuff. But I wanted to shoot a documentary, and I was originally going to do one on the country music scene, but I sort of wanted to step away from that and do a creative thing that was outside of daily life.
Sure.
So I met some farmers out in Pennsylvania who do a homestead, and spent a week with them and did a bunch of filming and talked to them a ton, and they took really good care of me. Kylie and Harrison Hoover. But my grandpa and all his brothers were farmers around where I grew up, and my great uncle started the family farmer movement, which was like it was militant farmers against the high interest rates during the farming crisis in the 80s. So I had written a song about it, and I was talking to these farmer friends, and I just started filming stuff. And so that's been a cool project I've been doing on the side. And the regular Baptist one is focused around a song that was written by the pastor in Shelby, Ohio. And I had heard it on a Ralph Stanley record. It's just an a cappella thing. It's the oldest vocal musical tradition, European tradition. Comes out of Scotland. And it's dying off, and all those folks are kind of going away, and nobody really does it like the old masters used to do it, the old preachers. So it's sort of a attempt to keep that, to document the history of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it's led me to some really cool places and talking to some interesting people. And Moe came down with me to Virginia to talk to one of the oldest guys that still does it. And
Wow.
It was neat to sit with their family, and he's saying for the first time in 4 years, he has black lung from the mines. He used to be a miner before he was a preacher.
Wow.
But yeah, he busted out into song and sang a couple songs all night.
Does he have to does he typically keep from singing because of the black lung and pulled it out for you guys, or how's that work?
I don't know. He just hadn't done it in a long time.
I assume it's a lot of work for him.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think he felt just inspired to do it. It was a real gift. His whole family was there. It was very special.
Yeah,
That's
they got
awesome.
told it.
Yeah,
And
that's.
son.
I have no idea what black lung is, but I mean, just the simple fact that it's called black lung,
Oh
know.
gosh, yeah. It's rock
Yeah.
dust.
Yeah.
It's when rock dust and coal dust get in your lungs.
just like
and
compiles probably in
Yeah.
your lungs and can't.
Yeah,
oh
it builds
my
up. Yeah. And he hadn't been a miner since he was like 27 or something. He was in his 80s.
God. Jesus.
Man.
But he got it that young and stayed with him. But incredible voice. If you like Ralph Stanley, you'd like Frank Newsom.
Okay. And when can we expect either of these documentaries to come out? Are they just works in progress without a release date, or do you have a date in mind?
Yeah, they're right now they're kind of without a release date, just because they've been taking me on some different wormholes, and I'm still kind of putting together what it all is, and I'm learning how to edit at the same time, and no real release date.
Just becoming a jack of all trades, aren't you?
Yeah, really.
I can't help myself. Yeah, yeah. a lot of expensive hobbies.
Sure. All right. Well, we got to find a little bit more out about Moe now. Now, what I read in the bio is that you grew up in Delaware, Ohio, which is gorgeous. Love Delaware. And moved to Chicago for years pursuing a doctorate in religious studies, but then decided it was time for a change and pursued music. So my question to you was that when you first discovered music, or is it something that's always been with you? How did that happen?
It's certainly always been there. I grew up in a Catholic church with a mom who I think has a beautiful voice. She'd deny it, but she has a great voice. And it was always kind of there. I gravitated towards instruments at a young age. Was the only one of my siblings who stuck with the piano lessons, and kind of just casually, sang in choirs and things like that. There were always great music programs. I was lucky to have access to great music programs growing up, and wrote my own songs, not in a focused way, but had written a few songs as a high schooler. And it just was something that continued to happen, but I never really shared it much. But it's always been there.
So then what tipped the scales then? What made you decide, you know what, I'm heading back to Ohio. I want to get back into this.
I was pretty unhappy in my PhD program. I was successful, but realized that it really fulfilled other people in the program in a way that it did not fulfill me. And it was during that time that I also was writing a lot of songs, and decided to start sharing them, just posting them online. And in doing that, found that there was a pretty substantial audience, which really surprised me. And it coincided at this time that I decided, my partner asked me one night what it meant to live a rich life. And I was like, well, certainly not this program. This is draining. This isn't fulfilling me, but I'm having a lot of fun writing songs and I'm having a lot of fun sharing them. So I decided to take a year-long leave of absence, and just kind of try it out, see how it felt to really pursue music in a full sense, to perform. I had never performed my own songs live.
Oh, wow.
At this
Really?
point. Yeah. Never before coming back to Columbus. So I was like, let's just see how it feels. And I decided I liked it a lot. And so I told the program I'm not coming back. And now I'm where I am.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
I love that story. So
Yeah.
how long ago was that?
Oh, gosh. I believe I moved back in 2023, summer of 2023. So it's been 2 years now.
Wow. So you've
not a long time.
No, and you've cultivated one hell of a following on social media for only 2 years. Jesus.
Yeah, well, that was shocking. That the whole TikTok thing really, I don't know what happened, but it was just one of those algorithmic, twists
come on.
of faith.
You do know what happened. You've got good music and a good voice, and people want to hear it.
I appreciate that.
Music spreads, so yeah.
I appreciate that. There's something resonated, with people, and it grew exponentially overnight, the TikTok thing, and just kind of went from there. yeah, I was shocked, and I still am shocked by it. It's a crazy thing to me.
TikTok has been, well, I shouldn't just say TikTok. Social media is one of those beasts I've tried to navigate. And you know what? I use it to help promote the show, and occasionally I'll put something up there, but boy, oh boy, is it a struggle for me to think of what the hell am I going to put up now? What now? You know, I racked my brain to think about the last post, and now I'm completely out of ideas for the next.
Yeah.
How do you stay consistent? How do you keep coming up with the ideas for content?
Well, I'm really not that consistent, is what I'll say. I used to post a lot more.
Gives me hope.
Yeah, I've really, if there's a song I'm singing a lot, I'll just, a cover or my own, I will record it and put it out there. But I don't like being on social media. It exhausts me and stresses me out. It's just, my dopamine receptors are firing, and I'm simultaneously like, I can't go look away from this, but I also like, it's not a fun thing to be on. So I don't like doing it. I'm trying to be more consistent and find a way to engage with it that is intentional and feels life affirming. I don't know if that's really possible or not, but I'm working on it. I'm right there in the struggle with you of trying to figure out how to engage all of that world.
Well, that's even more impressive that you're not consistent and you still have manifested thousands of followers and millions of views within that. It makes me feel even more shitty about myself. Thanks.
No.
I kid.
Yeah.
But how cool. How freaking cool. So, we got to talk about your new album. Just came out June 20th, Scribbled Line. It's got to be exciting as hell to put out your first album. I mean, me and my friends, we recorded a lot of stuff, throughout the years, none of which was ever released like this. I can't imagine the feeling, but can you tell us a little bit about the album, the music? Is it just a bunch of collections of songs that you've just come up with over the years, or is there a theme to it? Anything like that?
I didn't intentionally put it together with a theme, though I think with anything, there are themes that emerge. But it's the songs that I've kind of just written over the past 5 years. There's a few that aren't on there, but it's most of what I've written, and decided to those were the ones that fit together. I do think that there's it's all about connection at the end of the day and relationships, which I think is the kind of overarching theme because these songs were written in lots of different points in life. Some right when the pandemic began, and I was kind of very quickly severed from a lot of people, at least like physically, like very far from a lot of people who meant quite a bit to me. It traces, the beginning of my career in academia, which was once again an isolating time, but also a time of a lot of new relationships, and the decision, kind of my process and my experience being there of isolation, and of like deciding to leave and kind of all that came with that. And then some songs that I wrote here after moving back. So it's a real assortment of tunes. But yeah, I'm happy it's out there now. Yeah.
Perfect title as well. I
feel like it is kind of a scribble.
Scribble.
I liked the double play on it where it's just kind of like a scribbled note, a scribbled line to myself, but it comes from a lyric of a song.
Stole my next question, Wes.
We're connected.
I know, man.
Mind meld.
We got it going on.
Yeah.
That's exciting, and that's available. I know on vinyl, West was saying, I'm sure probably digitally as well, correct?
Yeah, streamable everywhere. You can purchase it digitally on Bandcamp. And the pre-order for the vinyl is through Bandcamp. That should be shipping definitely by mid-September, hopefully earlier. But it's in process. I heard the reference lacquer, and it's sounding good. So it's moving along.
It's got the okay to start printing.
Yeah.
Boy, that's exciting. I've always wanted a vinyl. I've even talked to the guys about maybe we could make a podcast so special it would be on a vinyl.
That would be neat.
Like old comedy records were. You could totally.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, you could totally do it.
I need to
put it out on SCR.
Yeah.
Thinking about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
might
see
be in
the
touch.
wheels turning.
Wait a minute.
I'll be back, guys. I gotta go take some notes. You do have wheels turning now.
Yeah.
And Wes, we got to talk about your album, Two Available Parts, which released in 2024. Can you talk a little bit about your album? And I'd pose the same questions to you that I just did to Moe.
Well, what's incredible about Moe to me is that I've known Moe for 2 years, I guess now, and Moe put out a EP and an album in that time, and it's like, whoa, that's a lot of traveling to do.
With a lot of help from this guy next to me. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what the record label's about, really. But I've been playing music out live since I was in high school, and then the church before that. But I've had a few of those songs from Available Parts around for a handful of years, and then about half of them were brand new. But that was recorded out in Newark.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And every time I do a record, I kind of try to, whether it's, I guess, my one record or other people's stuff, it's like try to change some things and do things differently and make the experience a little different and go about things in a fresh way. And so I got a producer, Jesse Henry, and he kind of hired a band, very Nashville-ish. And we had like 2 rehearsals and we recorded like all the songs in a day or two.
Wow.
And it was
That's
cool.
impressive.
Just pumped them out. Yeah. He hired a really like A-class band. Like that's what those guys do. And it's been fun. It's been fun to finally have my first record out as well. And there's big relief from that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is it. Great. All right, now the next thing. But it's been cool to, see some of the songs play on the radio and, people's favorite songs. They're always different. And that's so gratifying that people are getting stuff out of recorded music
Right.
that you spend a lot of time on and experience. A lot of the songs are very personal. So it's cool that people are connected.
I would have to imagine so in both your cases.
Yeah.
I that's something I wish I could have, and I guess I still could, but I don't know that my head and heart are there. Some of that music I wrote years ago, finishing and putting together in that kind of a format. Maybe someday, but the time isn't now. But I can only imagine what it's like to, have your work on a finished, official fucking album. How cool is that?
And I look at it in a lot of ways of like, oh, cool, that was me. That was me then. And it's cool to see the change. Like, I'm glad that exists because those were songs that were very of me at the time.
Yeah, a stamp in time.
It's cool to see the growth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's neat to have. It's cool. It's like a photo album.
Sure. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Mm-hmm.
And you also have a new EP coming this fall. Is this anything you're allowed to talk about, or is it too early?
Well, I'm recording it this fall. It'll probably come out next year. Who knows? Maybe next spring or something. Maybe even towards the end of winter. Yeah, it's just a batch of 5 songs or so that I'm recording here, actually, at my house.
Oh, okay.
And again, I wanted to try something different. Last time I went into this big studio with fancy players, and this time I kind of want to do it a little bit more intimate. Right. And just bring my friends over, play some parts on it. And I'll engineer it myself and mix it myself.
And sometimes, at least in my experience, that's how you get some of the best sound is, just doing it at home, tinkering around at your own speed, no pressure. You're not
comfortable
trying to
just in your own spot.
Say again?
You're comfortable in your own spot. Really.
Oh, totally. Yeah. You get a cup of coffee in the morning, you kind of sit around, that's about a bit.
But, another thing is you're not having to be like, okay, we only have so many hours of studio time left. We have to get on the ball. You don't have pressure. You can go at your own pace and make sure things are exactly the way you want them. And it makes me think of like Sound City Studios that doesn't exist anymore, but some of the best albums, some of the best sounding albums from like the 70s and 80s were recorded there. So when you think of it in your mind, you think of it to be like one of the nicest studios you'd ever seen. But when you see pictures of it, this place was a shithole, man. Like, and just
crusty carpet.
Yeah, not that I'm comparing a shithole to your home. I'm just saying that you don't have to have like the top of the line studio to get a great sound. You can do it from the comfort of your home, and you sometimes get the best sound that way.
Yeah,
so that's exciting.
I think that's totally, and that would be kind of that's the theme of it.
Yeah.
It's very home centered album or EP.
Well, that's exciting. I'm excited to hear it. Now, a question for both of you guys. A song written by both of you and, The Hen and the Crow is going to be featured in an upcoming film, Cowboy Christmas from Awesome Films. I wonder if you could talk about this.
Yeah, I'm trying to think how that came about. I had my buddy Jake Jolly, who's a filmmaker in Columbus, sent me a link that Tom Angeletti was looking for a country musician to write a song, and then I also got a text from Julia Crow, who is in quite a few bands.
Yeah,
and she's doing her own recording too next week. But she was like, "Oh, you might want to do this," and then I kind of sent it around to the Hen and the Crow, which is Caroline and Wesley Crow, and I was like, "This should maybe be a duet." And we kind of talked to Tom a bunch and decided that we were the right people for the job, which was real neat.
I would say
Moe came out and polished the song off and.
Barely. They had it all.
Put Moe's fingerprints all over it. And we had a song, Then we recorded it here at my house. And I'm glad they were ecstatic about it. They're like, "Oh, this makes the movie." And I was like, "Oh, it's a pretty movie."
Yeah, it is really pretty.
It's really pretty. Yeah, it's shot so well.
The film and the song is pretty, you're saying?
Well, the movie is great. They showed us the film and it's cool to meet somebody. His production studio is very similar to what Space Canoe is trying to do,
right?
Or is doing, but on the film side of it. And he's become a great friend now.
Yeah, it's cool to have this kind of collaboration because he's using one of my songs in it as well. And we were in preparation for this tour. We were like, "Oh, we need like pictures taken," and Tom was like, "Yeah, I'll help you. Helped me, I'll help you. I'll take your photos," and he gave us these great photos. So it's a very cool thing that's emerging, this community of artists across mediums, and the way we can all kind of help each other out in this community. It feels like a very special thing to me. Yeah, it's funny how similar our worlds are in the ways of like trying to book festivals and trying to get it's fun. We can talk to each other for hours, and we kind of are talking about the same thing, and.
I know exactly what you mean, though. The whole scratch your back and I'll scratch yours. We've had the exact same thing as podcasters. So many other podcasters out there in the community and outside our community that have. I mean, we couldn't be doing what we're doing today without all the help we've gotten over the years either, right, Jack?
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We've had a whole bunch of help.
So, it's nice to have that community. It's especially in your guys' case, like you were saying, doing the same thing, but on two different mediums. I mean, that's a symbiotic relationship right there. That's going to keep going,
Oh yeah. Especially when it's like, we really dig what each other do. Yeah. And it's only like, even in our musical world, when somebody does something really cool, then all of a sudden everybody around us is like, "Oh, I kind of want to," the bar keeps raising and things get flowing in a really nice way. And I think that kind of works with us too, working together. It's inspiring and there's a lot of respect there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. I'm excited to see the film because the teaser just leaves you very, I don't know what kind of film it's going to be. I mean, you just see
It's crazy.
Okay,
It's
cool.
crazy.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, you see some Christmas decor, and then you see a guy sitting on a bed with a gun, and then Cowboy Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
this could be virtually anything. I've got to watch it. You know, I'm excited though to hear that it's. You said crazy. Was that the adjective?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. The main actor is like he's a real cowboy, and his day job is picking up dead horses. And I don't know. He's a character. He's an actor, and he's a horse transporter.
In the film or his real job? You mean?
in real life. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Oh,
You
Yeah.
said picking up dead horses?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
He's got to do it.
You're right. Someone has
Yeah.
got to do it. I just wonder what
Did
the
he go
official
over the
title
backyard?
is for that person. I'm the horse
Yeah.
reaper.
Yeah, there you go. It's
Really?
pretty good.
Yeah, that might be it. Horse reaper.
All right, guys, the Scribbled Line Tour, which is kicking off August 14th right here in Columbus, Ohio. Tell us all about this tour. It looks like it stands to span about 2 weeks.
Yeah, we found ourselves a route, trying to get out there a little bit more. So we went ahead and found a route that made sense. Go western a little bit. We're gonna go through St. Louis, or not St. Louis. Sorry, Kansas City first. Maybe St. Louis. We'll see.
Maybe
We'll see.
St. Louis.
There's a few dates we're trying to fill in there. So if any of you listeners are from St. Louis,
Help us out with the
help us out.
logistics.
But we'll go through Kansas City and ultimately make our way out to like Laramie, Wyoming, Denver, Colorado, down through Oklahoma and Tennessee, and back up to Ohio. And
Mhm.
just kind of get out there, see some places that we haven't seen before. I'm excited. A few different types of venues.
Mhm.
Gonna meet some artists who I am excited to meet based out of a few of those spots. We'll share bills together, and yeah, I haven't done anything like this before. I've only really done like weekend runs in terms of touring. So I'm excited to do something of this scale.
Yeah, it's some massive scale.
Yeah, we'll be doing a lot of driving, and hopefully, form some relationships with these places so that eventually we can do it with the full band.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think we'll have fun. We're gonna camp
Yeah.
along the way and keep it low budget and low budget, high fun. That's the plan.
Full budget, high fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's the
Windows
only way to
down,
do it.
vibes up.
yeah. But
And
yeah.
you know what I'm also hearing is the potential for one hell of a road vlog.
I do think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll be doing some documenting.
For sure.
Yeah.
That'd be
Lots
very
of
nice.
TikTok posts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that yeah. There
I'll
you
have to
go.
be on there. Yeah. Yeah, get people out to the shows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's a
But
good
yeah,
idea. That's a damn good
Yeah.
idea. Like at every stop,
Yeah.
hey, we just played here. We're going to be in your area tomorrow. Come on.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 It's fun figuring that sort of thing out and all the analytics that go into where people are listening from. And,
Yeah.
and that was kind of also built around that as well.
Yeah. One of at least one of the cities is like a high listener city. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that just
using
based
the
off like
tools.
the analytics from like digital downloads and stuff, or?
Yeah, mostly from Spotify. I used to be able to have access to all the cities in TikTok, but they took away that feature, unfortunately.
Isn't that stupid? Why would they do
It
that?
is. It is. It was really helpful to see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But that's all right. That's all right. Yeah. So using some of those, seeing where people are listening from, the like artist platforms that let you see that.
Yeah. We used
yeah.
to have the same thing on our old hosting platform, not the new one. We love you, Megaphone, truly. But yeah, Libsyn, when we first started, you were able to, you could zoom in on the United States and then look state by state. You could see exactly where your downloads were coming from and, where those heavy concentrations were, which was amazing. But then
Yeah.
when they updated the website, they took that all away. It's just like now United States in a total has this number. It's like, come on, that helps me
Yeah.
out. Not at all,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And nowadays being able to like target some ads and like use those tools to your advantage to kind of help yourself out and also you feel like you're always kind of fighting the algorithm of are people that are trying to listen to you, are they actually getting everything?
Yeah. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. It certainly isn't reaching everybody at all.
Right. There's totally like
it's a very small percentage of who it's reaching. Yeah. So
it's so hard to and it's only going to get more difficult, you know, as we go into the future. Entertainment gets more and more and more saturated, and just gets harder for everyone, doesn't it?
Yeah. You gotta find your way to do it.
Yeah.
I find a lot of inspiration by looking sort of in the past, I suppose, just because it's simpler. But
what do you mean exactly by that? You look to the past for find ways to get yourself heard today, you mean? Is that what you're saying, or? Yeah.
A lot of SCR's sort of philosophy is based around things like the albums we make are tracked live, and I suppose also just because we're independent and we're kind of just doing it ourselves, it makes sense to try to find like sponsorships or people that help us out.
Sure.
That way, which is how they used to do it. Level country music things used to be sponsored by like baking flour or something. They would kind of be like, thank you for this baking flour. We can like actually put gas in the tank and stuff. But I don't know. Using technology just enough. But
this tour is sponsored by Grandma's Swesson Oil.
Yeah. If you're listening. We are taking sponsorships. We'll put it on our Prius like NASCAR.
That was going to be my next question. When you said you were camping, I didn't know if you guys were like taking an RV. You said the Prius. You're going in.
We're bringing a tent. Bringing a tent and packing the Prius in as much as we can.
Yeah.
That's what you.
Gas mileage and
yeah.
I don't know. When people go out in these decked out campers that have TVs and toilets, it's like, you're not camping.
No,
you're not.
No,
camping.
I think I'm going to get us a Planet
Fit.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get us Planet Fitness membership so we can shower. Because I realized that recently. Idea. I was like, we don't have a way to get
which
clean.
Is great.
No, it just came to me. I was like, oh, wait a minute.
That's a really good idea doing it though. Yeah.
Like
the old Love's truck stops type thing.
Oh, yeah. You don't want to see those characters.
Yeah.
It's bad enough in the store area. I can't imagine what the showers look like.
Yeah, I'm sure.
As much control as you can over these things. You have to. You have to be the author of your own path.
Yeah, we'll pack baby wipes. It'll be fine.
There you go. Just take some quick whore baths in the sink occasionally.
Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. We'll bring some cologne.
Jump in the river.
Yeah, we're good.
Whatever it takes, right?
Also, who we kidding? We're traveling.
Yeah.
That's going to be so much freaking fun. That's going to be a blast, though. Well, I'm excited for you guys. And I encourage people at home, check out the tour dates if you want to go check them out. See if they're going to be in your neck of the woods. We'll put some links down below in the description to help direct people not only to your websites, but your social media. And again, tour dates. Where are people able to get tickets, by the way?
Some ticket links are coming up. They'll be directly, have them on my website linked to the various venues. Other tickets will just be sold at the door from what I understand. So Perfect. I'll have all the information. But a mix of those two situations.
Okay.
MoeReen.com.
Yeah.
And I will put that on the website, I'll put that in the description to this episode when it's on the website.
Great.
Perfect. Moe, West, thank you both for much for being here tonight. This has been a lot of fun to talk with you guys, to learn more about some of the people in our community. I love it.
Totally.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Great to meet you both.
Yeah. Congratulations to both of you on your debut albums. And I'm excited to hear how this tour turns out. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. It will be.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
Please do. Let's do this again sometime. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We'd love to.
Would love to. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No, thank you guys. And Jack, with that, tell these lovely people what they can find on our website, sir.
Go to cannedairpodcast.com where you can listen to our latest episodes, see some of our past episodes, some of our past guests, become a patron, buy some merch, Follow us on all our social media, and if you'd like to be a guest and promote your work, send us an email on our contacts page.
And don't forget to find us on Instagram at canned_air, on TikTok at Canned Air Podcast, and once again, the website Jack was just talking about, cannedairpodcast.com, is a few ways for you to support us, a merch link and a Patreon link. And I got to say, the new merch page is coming along pretty good. You know, it was a big misstep to be directing people to our merch page and only for them to get there and say the store is closed. I did not know that was a thing. I didn't know we were doing that, people. I'm sorry. But has been rectified. There is now purchasable merch on the merch page, which only stands to be good for everyone, right? Yeah. And then our Patreon page, where for $5 a month gets you access to a 4+ year growing catalog. You couldn't watch it all in 1 month, people. There's so much on there. And for $5 a month, I don't think that's too much to ask, right? Come on. If you like what you're getting here, you go there to get the behind the scenes stuff. We do and say stuff there we don't do for you normies. So
do we ever?
Yeah. Let that be a hint. So check that out. And once again, Evergreen Podcast Network, the network we're so proud to be a part of, with so many other great shows. Be sure to check them out at evergreenpodcast.com. And I think that's going to do it for this week's episode. So once again, I want to thank Mo and Wes for being here. I want to thank you all for watching. Be excellent to each other.
Well, let's just get started with the song. What's the name of the first one, and is it off your new release?
Yeah, it's the title track, Available Parts.
Okay.
Be braver than the ones before you. Trust your eyes through darker days. Reading books in the walls of classrooms. Who do you love and who do you praise? When talking heads say the world is ending, do they ever sell the price it pays? They can't put you in a corner to grow in. Find perspective in what it weighs. And it's long nights carrying the weight upon your shoulders, and endless waves washing up things, crossing borders. Burn the ships, break your heart, mend what's left with available parts. You can find your place out among the stars. Keep your feet on the ground. Acting like the one you think your friends like. Shooting blanks in the work will age. Torn around, questions you can't ask. Falling short of your feel-good gauge. Gain redemption if that's what you're after. Find a wise train, hop and sage. Or still be riding in circles around that sun that tarries for no man's wage. And still it's long nights carrying the weight upon your shoulders, and endless waves washing up things, crossing borders. Burn the ships, break your heart, mend what's left with available parts. You can find your place out among the stars. Keep your feet on the ground. And it's long nights carrying the weight upon your shoulders, and endless waves washing up things, crossing borders. Burn the ships, break your heart, mend what's left with available parts. You can find your place out among the stars. Keep your feet on the ground. You can find your place out among the stars. Keep your feet on the ground. Hold to the road you're bound.